"I shall keep it just the same," said the witch, laughing at her. "And someday I shall get the other one from you too." This made Dorothy so very angry that she picked up the bucket of water that stood near and dashed it over the witch, wetting her from head to toe. Instantly, the wicked woman gave a loud cry of fear, and then, as Dorothy looked at her in amazement, the witch began to shrink. "See what you have done!" she screamed. "In a minute I shall melt away!" "Oh, no, I'm so very sorry," said Dorothy, who was truly frightened to see the witch actually melting away before her very eyes. "Didn't you know water would be the end of me?" wailed the witch. Of course not," answered Dorothy. "How would I know?" "Well, in a few minutes I shall be all melted, and you will have the castle to yourself. I have seen the impossible in my day, but I never thought a little girl like you would ever be able to melt me and end my wicked life. Look out! Here I go!" With these words, the witch turned into a brown, melted, shapeless substance and began to spread out over the clean boards of the kitchen floor. Seeing that she had really melted away to nothing, Dorothy drew another bucket of water and threw it over the mess. She then swept it all out the door. After picking out the silver shoe, which was all that was left of the old woman, she cleaned and dried it with a cloth, and put it on her foot again. Then, being at last free to do as she wished, she ran out to the courtyard to tell the lion that the wicked witch of the West had come to an end, and that they were no longer prisoners in a strange land. Chapter 13. The Rescue. The cowardly lion was very pleased to hear that the wicked witch had been melted by a bucket of water, and Dorothy at once unlocked the gate of his prison and set him free. They went in together to the castle, where Dorothy's first act was to call all the Winkies together and tell them that they were no longer slaves. Yay! There was great happiness among the yellow Winkies, for they had been forced to work very hard for many years because of the wicked witch, who had always treated them with terrible cruelty. They kept this day as a holiday, then and ever after, and spent the time feasting and dancing.
"If our friends the Scarecrow and the Tin Man were only with us,"
said the lion sadly,
"I would be quite happy."
"Do you think we could rescue them?" asked the girl anxiously.
"We can try,"
answered the lion. So they called the yellow Winkies and asked them if they would help to rescue their friends. Naturally, the Winkies said that they would be delighted to do all in their power for Dorothy, who had set them free from slavery. So Dorothy chose a number of the Winkies who looked as if they knew the most, and they set out to find the party's lost members. They traveled that day and part of the next until they came to the rocky plain where the Tin Man lay, all battered and bent. His axe was near him, but the blade was rusted and the handle broken in two.